Have you ever noticed a few people who are universally respected, while you find yourself constantly insulted and disrespected by those close to you? Despite your sacrifices and heartfelt care, they never acknowledge your worth and instead belittle you through indifference and neglect. Have you ever wondered why this happens? Why do you continue to tolerate someone who disrespects you? In this text, I'll outline 7 reasons why you might be facing constant insult and disrespect, and why it's crucial to eliminate these behaviors from your life immediately. By the end of this video, you'll have the insights and tools you need to foster respect and build stronger, more positive connections. Let's get started. Reason 7: you always beg for their love and attention. In relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, the need for love and attention is universal. However, constantly feeling the need to beg for this affection can be emotionally exhausting and damaging to one's self-esteem. When you always find yourself pleading for love and attention, it might indicate an imbalance in the relationship where your emotional needs are not being met adequately. This dynamic can stem from various factors, such as low self-worth, fear of abandonment, or past experiences of neglect. Addressing this issue involves introspection and possibly seeking professional help to understand why you feel compelled to beg for attention. It's crucial to communicate openly with the other person involved, setting boundaries and expressing your needs clearly. Healthy relationships should be mutually supportive, where love and attention are given freely and not something one has to constantly strive to receive. By fostering self-love and developing a sense of self-worth, you can create healthier and more balanced relationships. Reason 6: you let them play with your emotions. Allowing others to play with your emotions can be a painful and disorienting experience, often leaving you feeling manipulated and vulnerable. This situation typically arises in relationships where there is an imbalance of power or a lack of mutual respect. When someone plays with your emotions, they might engage in behaviors like giving mixed signals, making promises they don't keep, or manipulating you through guilt or fear. Such actions can lead to significant emotional distress, affecting your mental health and overall well-being. It's important to recognize these toxic patterns and understand why you might be susceptible to them. This could stem from past trauma, low self-esteem, or a deep-seated fear of rejection. To break free from this cycle, it's essential to establish clear boundaries and learn to assert your emotional needs. Seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist can also be beneficial in developing healthier relationship dynamics. Ultimately, protecting your emotional well-being involves valuing yourself enough to demand respect and honesty in your interactions with others. Reason 5: you let them use your kindness as a weapon. Allowing others to use your kindness as a weapon can leave you feeling exploited and unappreciated. This dynamic often occurs in relationships where your generous and compassionate nature is taken advantage of by those who may not have your best interests at heart. They might manipulate your kind gestures, guilt-trip you into doing things for them, or repeatedly exploit your willingness to help without reciprocating. Such behavior can erode your self-esteem and make you feel powerless. Understanding why you allow this to happen is crucial. It might be linked to a desire to be liked, fear of conflict, or a history of being undervalued. To stop this cycle, it's essential to set clear boundaries and learn to say no without feeling guilty. Cultivating self-respect and recognizing your worth are key steps in ensuring your kindness is not misused. Seeking advice from a therapist or engaging in self-help strategies can help you develop a stronger sense of self and healthier relationship dynamics. Ultimately, protecting your kindness means valuing it as a strength and not allowing it to be turned against you. Reason 4: you always sacrifice your own happiness to please them. Consistently sacrificing your own happiness to please others can lead to a deep sense of dissatisfaction and resentment. This behavior often stems from a desire to be accepted, loved, or valued, which can make you prioritize others' needs over your own. In relationships, this might manifest as always agreeing to things that don't make you happy, neglecting your own desires and goals, or constantly putting others' happiness above your own. While being considerate and accommodating is important, doing so at the expense of your own well-being is unhealthy. This pattern can be rooted in low self-esteem, fear of conflict, or a history of conditional love. To break this cycle, it's essential to develop self-awareness and assertiveness. Recognizing your own worth and understanding that your happiness is equally important is crucial. Setting boundaries and learning to say no without guilt are key steps in reclaiming your own happiness. Seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist can also provide valuable insights and encouragement. Ultimately, maintaining a balance between pleasing others and taking care of your own needs leads to healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Reason 3: you don't have goals and direction for your life. Living without clear goals and direction can lead to a sense of aimlessness and frustration. This lack of purpose often results in drifting through life without a clear sense of where you're headed or what you want to achieve. It might stem from various factors such as fear of failure, lack of confidence, or simply not knowing where to start. Without goals, it's easy to feel unmotivated and dissatisfied, as you may struggle to find meaning in your daily activities. Setting goals provides a roadmap that guides your actions and decisions, giving you something to strive for and a way to measure progress. Establishing direction in your life starts with self-reflection to understand your passions, strengths, and values. Once you have a clearer sense of what you want, you can set specific, achievable goals and create a plan to reach them. Seeking guidance from mentors, coaches, or utilizing self-help resources can also be beneficial. Ultimately, having goals and direction helps you lead a more fulfilling and purposeful life, where each step brings you closer to your desired future. Reason 2: you repeatedly allow them to belittle and disrespect you. Allowing others to repeatedly belittle and disrespect you can have severe consequences on your self-esteem and mental health. This toxic dynamic often occurs in relationships where there is an imbalance of power, and one person consistently undermines the other's worth. Such behavior can manifest in various forms, including verbal insults, dismissive comments, or passive-aggressive actions that make you feel inferior. Often, individuals tolerate this mistreatment due to fear of conflict, low self-esteem, or a misguided belief that they deserve such treatment. It's crucial to recognize that no one deserves to be belittled or disrespected. Addressing this issue involves building self-awareness and confidence to stand up against such behavior. Setting firm boundaries and communicating your feelings openly can help in asserting your worth. Seeking support from trusted friends, family, or a therapist can provide the necessary strength and perspective to change this dynamic. Understanding your value and demanding respect is essential for fostering healthy, supportive relationships. By taking proactive steps, you can break free from the cycle of disrespect and build a more positive and respectful environment around you. Reason 1: you always seek their validation. Constantly seeking validation from others can be an exhausting and unfulfilling way to live. This behavior often stems from a lack of self-esteem or an ingrained belief that your worth is determined by external approval. When you rely heavily on others for validation, you might find yourself changing your behavior, opinions, and even values to align with what you think will earn you praise and acceptance. This need for validation can prevent you from developing a strong sense of self and can lead to feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. Recognizing the signs of validation-seeking behavior is the first step towards change. Building self-confidence and learning to validate yourself internally is crucial for your mental well-being. This process involves self-reflection, setting personal goals, and celebrating your achievements without needing others' approval. Seeking professional help from a therapist can also be beneficial in addressing underlying issues and developing healthier self-esteem. Additionally, surrounding yourself with supportive and genuine people who appreciate you for who you are can reinforce positive self-perception. By shifting your focus from external validation to self-acceptance, you can lead a more authentic and fulfilling life. Now it's time to take action. Don't stay silent. Be strong and bold. Promise yourself to change your life right now. No more delays. Take responsibility for your life. Eliminate these 7 behaviors and become the best version of yourself. For more self-improvement tips, hit the subscribe button.